Hey guys, it's Big G Finance and Money, and today I want to talk to you guys about a more informal, kind of real world discussion about money, in particular why you should stand up for yourself with money, and what things you can do by simply asking people around your money. So I saw this post on Instagram from KevinOLeary from Sharktank, and he mentions the importance of speaking up and putting your fingers down and kind of squeezing money out for your advantage and using the power of your voice. So recently I saw a video by KevinOLeary on Instagram, and he kind of went on this raw rant about the importance of standing up for your hard work. So for example, he mentioned that if you are good at your job and you work there for a year, you should always be willing to ask for a raise. You know, if you do a good job and you're not bad and you don't get fired. So what does this mean? He says that you should aim for the top 25% of the salary in your category, meaning if you do a good job, you shouldn't be afraid to ask for a raise after a year if you really deserve it. So number two, what KevinOLeary was kind of discussing in his post that I wanted to relay to you guys as kind of a finance teacher here and an inspiration is the fact that when you pay for cable bill, for example, your cable bills or other utility bills such as your phone service or cable, don't be afraid to kind of use your voice to say, hey, listen, I've been with you guys for a year. I want a discount. Can I speak to your retentions officer? So basically a retentions officer so with competitive things such as cable and your cell phone bills, you can be like, hey, I love this service, but there's another service, that wants to give me a better deal. Can I talk to your retentions officer and maybe we can work out a discount or a package? This is a really hidden thing that most people don't take advantage of, where you can ask for better deals from companies in a competitive space such as cable. So don't be afraid to ask, and you will get rewarded. So a lot of people don't know this, so just use the power of your voice and request to talk to the retentions officer, for example, from Verizon, AT&T, etc. Number three, perhaps most importantly, that people don't take advantage of, that Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank had mentioned, is the fact that when you're trying to get a loan from a bank, if you're starting a business, for example, you can waive the delivery fee or negotiate. Remember the word negotiate, meaning use your voice and to bargain. So basically you can bargain with the bank to waive the closing fee, which is basically a fee, a 1% fee, 1 to 2% fee that they'll charge you just for loaning you the money. Of course, you're gonna still have to pay interest and interest rules that do apply, with the loan. But with the closing fee, sometimes they'll be like, hey, like for example, if I want a loan, I want a loan for a business $10,000, right? They're like, okay, cool, I'll give you the money, but here's a 1% closing fee. But you don't have to accept it. You use your voice. Be like, hey, listen, I want to negotiate. I don't want to pay the fee, for example. Be like, oh, you don't? No, they'll be like, oh, you sure? You're like, just maintain your voice. No, I don't think I want to pay the fee, but maybe I can do 0.5% instead of 1%. And you'll be surprised if you use your voice. They'll be like, yes, deal. Here you go. So that's a good way to save a little money by just using your voice. These kind of three tips. So number one, don't be afraid to ask for a raise, of course, if you deserve it. If you don't deserve it, then that's kind of a subjective thing on your part. Number two, ask for the retentions officer with your utilities and bill. Ask to speak with them if they can give you a little discount to save you some cash. And number three, with loans, always ask and negotiate your closing rate for that little fee. So basically what Mr. Wonderful has kind of impressed upon me, and I want to impress upon you, is the fact that using your voice, and you'll get rewarded if you ask. If you don't ask, the universe won't reward you. But if you ask and grow a little charisma, then you will get rewarded. So I just wanted to share with you guys little tips and inspiration that I saw on Instagram. Obviously it's on Instagram, but I'm really inspired by Mr. Wonderful. The guy's a billionaire. You might not like him from Shark Tank with his raw harshness, but I think these are good tips that you can follow and implement right now to become financially savvy and, use your voice. So if you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Big G Money Investments. Follow me on Instagram. Also, I have some sign-up links in the description below to get you some free crypto. And to sign up for Webull, you deposit $100 or more, get 2 free stocks up to $1,815. So do that. But other than that, follow these tips, get going, become financially savvy, and live your dream. Ciao.